it's a really beautiful way to start this late session. It will not be graveyard when it is started on this note. And when it follows on such profound matters that have been raised by all our different principals earlier today, I firstly will copy the example of the ad that my sister CEO had done. The National Heritage Council is one of the agencies of the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. It's a creature of the new democracy. In the past, it was only a matter of looking after monuments. But when the democratic government the democratic breakthrough happened, there were discussions about what should happen with the shared heritage, all our legacies, all our futures. And that culminated in the establishment of a body to coordinate heritage, to transform heritage, to fund heritage, and to be dedicated to the production of knowledge. And I think it's really appropriate that we had the fortune to be partnered with Freedom Park and Kara Institute in an occasion of this kind, because it connects with that kind of mandate directly. And in the work that I do, we then look at the international dimension to say that which of the stories, which of the places, which of the people, which of the ideas and values connect with other civilizations elsewhere, and which international cooperation instruments we should use. One of them is world heritage, another one is diversity of cultural expressions, and then there's many others. And so as we engage today with questions of clarity, and most importantly with proposals of how we take forward what has been raised this morning, we can be thinking about which domestic and which international instruments we should be using to influence ourselves, next generations, but also to assert the place of Africa in the story of the world. I'm sure if Nadesoto was here, one of the things he would raise over and over again is the place of Africa in the world. And everybody who spoke showed that all of what we have comes from Africa, but it's sometimes denied. We were invited to engage onto the RTP of the soul. We were invited to engage on the African regeneration. We were asked questions of what will we do to rectify the wrongs of the long past and of the recent past. We were invited to make proposals that will help contribute a new civilization to the world that is spiritual, that's humane, that's prosperous. We were invited to think about ways that continue the participation in Yabandu everywhere they occur. And that in a number of ways we must show that we're continuity of prior generations. We were asked to think about new institutional or improved institutional arrangements, improved calendar, and to use this chance to say our say. To probably ask questions if there are any from the speakers that spoke before, but most importantly, to make sure that when we leave this room, there are things that the organizations that have been set to deal with the recommendations that they can take forward as a program of action. With those few words, I will invite hands or people to raise their hands. As a Palamisi Zaka, and then the comment that they want to make or the proposal they want to make, or if it is a clarity.